Hello and welcome to Red Oak, the Orange Gymnasium, and we have a quad, Eli. It's wrestling, Eli.
That's right. One of the best times of the year for me. I'm not the basketball type like you are, so it's kind of almost like my show, it seems like now.
Well, it's 100% your show here, Eli. So, but should be some good I know that there's one in particular this evening, Eli, that you have your match on. You have your eye on.
You know, most definitely here tonight, we got a quad here in Red Oak with Logan-Magnolia, and Red Oak, Riverside, St. Albert. And our first round is going to be Logan versus Red Oak, and then Riverside versus Red Oak, St. Albert versus Red Oak. And we're going to have that all on the black mat here. But a matchup tonight that's going to be one I think everybody's going to have their eyes on. You'll get to see it here pretty quick at 160. You got number 1 in the state in Class 2A, Dawson Bond of Red Oak, versus Wyatt Rees at 160, 2-time state champ for Logan-Magnolia, 3-time place winner. That's a battle of the undefeateds here early on in the season, and most likely you're going to see them here, and then you may see them again at the John Jay over in Corning. So that's going to be a match tonight that it's going to have all eyes on. Yep. I know watching, I've seen Rees at the state tournament. I've seen Bond at the state tournament, 2 hardworking kids that really are just going to get after it here in this duel tonight. Yep, absolutely. And there's a lot of wrestling coming at you. We're going to keep bringing it to you all night, and kind of looking forward to it. Again, it's a lot of fun. This is Eli's. This is your whole deal here, Eli. If you're watching online, would encourage you to like and subscribe, Eli, because we're giving $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Boosters for every subscriber that we get, up to a certain amount. But for everyone we get till the December 20th, we're going to give $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Boosters. So all you got to do is hit subscribe. Encourage people to share that link around and hit subscribe and watch here, and we're going to bring it all to you just as quick as we can. And Eli will bring you all the action, and I'll just be here hopefully things working well. So get me going along here, and two as well for the rankings. Logan-Magnolia has 3 ranked kids. Corbin Rees was 3rd last year at 113. Kai Carrot at 10th at 132. And like we said just first, 2-time state champ Wyatt Rees at 160. Dawson Bond of Red Oak ranked 1st. Last year was a 4th place winner at 160. Logan-Magnolia is 9th in the dual team and 9th as well on the team rankings in Class 1A.
Yep.
And we'll get that action to you here in just a little bit.
Eli, let's take a quick break here if we can, and we're going to grab our radio audience, and we will be right back with wrestling right after this.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
And the final round will be St. Albert versus Red Oak on the black mat, and Logan.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want.
To the Orange Gymnasium, Red Oak, and Aaron West and Eli Bells. We have a wrestling quad, a radio audience with us now, Eli, and people watching online too. Thank you for watching. We're getting set for wrestling, Eli.
Yeah, we'll get things
Where are we going to start at here?
We're going to get things started here at 120. I know Red Oak's going to be open here at 120, and I'm going to apologize early on to the audience. It is tough to know who's out on the mat unless you know the kid, you know the wrestler, and you can get the announcement in time, because it gets pretty hectic once these duels start going. Whistles everywhere, fans cheering. You have the cheerleaders down the mat. It's just hard to know for sure who is who, but we're going to try our best.
And a lot of times there's some gamesmanship. You may wrestle up just to see what happens, so there's a lot of that goes on as well. So it does happen pretty quick, and we're going to go at 120 here.
And that's the first thing is we got JV matches that are in between, and there's some breaks, and there's that 45-minute requirement for each wrestler that's got to be able to have that break in between. So we may have times where we don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But we'll have a
lot of those times, Eli. So like you said, it will be open. It's a forfeit, so Logan-Magnolia is on the board here. First off, Eli, at 120.
Yep, to get things started here, that's 16 points right off the bat for Logan. And we'll head into 126 with Kyler Sandholm. He's going to be resting Corbin Rees, like we said earlier, at 126. Let me make sure I get this right. And we got to get my ear open. And I apologize for the scoreboard here. It's not wanting to cooperate with me. I'll get that fixed real quick. But right off the whistle go, a Russian tie coming here from Corbin. Coming inside, coming tight, then drops down to a single leg. And is able to come in tight up top with a single leg. Goes for a dump on the backside. Nothing rewarded yet. And there's 2 rewarded here for Rees to get things started for Logan.
And over on the orange mat, Eli, we have a blood timeout right away at 1:20. Minute 28 to go in the first here.
And I'm going to get our scoreboard fix for us in just a little bit. But right here again with Rees coming in on an inside single. Got a high crotch up, trying to bring it out. Work his way around on the left side. A tough whizzer here coming from Sandholm. Pressuring down hard, trying to bring his arm back down to the mat. Shoving the head, doing a great job of that. But you can see here with Rees, limp arms out and get another takedown for 2. 4-1. Rees of Logan-Magnolia leads here. And I apologize again. I'm trying to get our scoreboard working, but it's
not cooperating necessarily.
Not wanting to cooperate with me as far, and I'll get that rolling here for us in just a little bit. But anyways, again, with a nice arm bar coming in tight here on the left side, trying to turn over Sandholm. Keeping it parallel to the mat. Does a great job. You know, these short steps, that's what you want here with short steps, and you're able to take that big one. For a nice job here from Sandholm, trying to reach over the back of the head, and he's just going to cut him. That's going to be another escape here. 4-2.
24 seconds remaining in the first. It's 4-2. Logan-Magnolia leads.
And another single leg high crotch coming off on the left side here, working its way around, trying to be able to battle. Hip highs through, but a nice takedown again and puts him onto his back. Is going to get now a nice cross face, trying to lean this over with short time left on the clock.
And that's going to do it for the first. And it's 6-2 at 126. Rees and Sandholm.
Again, I apologize. I'm trying to get my scoreboard running. It's not one to...
It's not cooperating with you this evening.
Not one to work for me, but I'll see if I can get it up and running here again. But anyways, it's going to be Rees' choice. He'll choose bottom, trying to stand up to his feet. Sandholm, nice follow through around, but a great reversal here coming from Rees, trying to poke its head through. Sandholm trying to hang on, and a nice job from Rees, able to work his way back on the left side. And it's going to be another reversal here for 2. And a mean crossface thrown in the leg on the left side. Is able to stretch out. Call that almost throwing the grapevines, but a nice job from Sandholm. Able to hang onto that arm and work his way out the back door. Is going to get a reversal, and now this lead here 8-4 with Rees leads for Logan-Magnolia. And again, I apologize for our scoreboard. It's not wanting to work for me. Every time I click on a score, it's throwing it back to last year with AHSTW. Let's see if I can get that
resolved here.
Working here. It's
a minute 20 in the first or in the second period here. It's 8-4. Logan-Magnolia leads. We're at 126 on the black mat. Over on the orange mat, no score on the scoreboard yet. It's St. Albert and Riverside over on the orange mat. And here we go.
Well, for now, it's going to look like it's AHSTW, but it's not. It's going to be Logan. I'll get that fixed for us here soon. But again, another reversal here coming from Rees, and he does a great job of keeping his head high. That's one of the biggest things you can see here, especially in high school wrestling. Got to be able to keep that head high, and you work your way around, and more times than not, the higher head's going to win. And right there it shows with a 10-4 lead with 54 seconds left on the clock and some back points here with a nice Turk coming for Corbin Rees here at 126.
10-4, 45 seconds remaining in the second. Sandholm just trying to hang on here. 35 seconds. 13-4 is the score at 126.
And right again here does a great job of having these legs twisted here. 13-4 now lead here for Rees. Great job from Sandholm, though. I got to say, he's fighting hard. He's trying to be able to keep his hip down. And right here is a nice armbar locked in pretty tight here for Reeves, but a great job here from Sandholm. Builds back up a base, starting to elbow down on the left side.
5 seconds remaining.
Trying to work his way back out.
And that's going to do it for the second period. It's 13-4 in the second period.
And again,
Logan-Magnolia leads 6-0 in the duel.
I'm gonna get this scoreboard working here, Aaron. It's gonna make me mad here in a minute.
Well, you just keep working at it, Eli. We'll appreciate it when you get it.
Anyways, again, Reeves does a great job. Again, you notice how he splits those legs over on top here, and that's a ride that you can see a lot now here coming from wrestlers. Split that leg across. It's hard to be able to work your way on bottom, be able to find something to build back up a base, but a great job here. And now we got a ball and chain tilt.
A minute and a half to go in the third. 13-4. Logan-Magnolia leads at 126. Logan-Magnolia 6-0 in the duel. We had an open weight over on the orange mat. St. Albert Riverside. Riverside leads 12-6. Moving through some open spots here and some forfeits.
Again, with a minute left here in this third period, 13-4 lead. You know, this is big for a duel as well. Staying off your back is one of the biggest things because it's all about the team. And right there, Sandholm tries to be able to throw himself on a switch attempt, but again, a nice tight turn coming here from Corbin Reeves of Logan, just trying to work his way over. And right there, just parallel even here. He's got this locked up here tight. 38 seconds left. There's going to be nothing. He's already got his back points here rewarded. And just Sandholm just trying to fight here down on bottom. And they're going to call maybe a potentially dangerous here. I mean, it's tough. You get your body in all certain positions here too as well. And just trying to be able to work his way on the bottom of this mat.
25 seconds on the clock, and I don't know if we have potential injury here, but
looks like we may have.
Yeah. You talk about it being tough. Over on the orange mat, it's Riverside 12, St. Albert 6. They're at 126 as well.
And just trying to be able to work his arm out here. While we have this going on, I'll
work on the scoreboard, Eli.
I'm going to try.
Hey, if you're watching online, would encourage you to hit the subscribe button, and we're going to make a donation to the Red Oak Athletic Boosters, if you do, through the December 20th. 20 seconds and going. 6-0 is the score. Logan-Magnolia with the lead.
All right, I may have something going now here, Aaron.
8 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
And again, you're trying to come out the back door here, and again, that's a great match, I think, too, as well, coming from Sandholm, trying to be able to work some of that out, and that's the biggest thing, not having a pin. There's a major decision, though, to make it 10-0 now. Just trying to be able to fight off your back, and that's the biggest thing when it comes to duels here. You got to be able to fight, and if you're fighting off your back, there's more times than not you're helping your team out here, and there's going to be another open spot at 132 for Red Oak.
Yep. So we're going to go up to 138 now. Moving on to 138. It's 16-0 Logan-Magnolia with the lead. This is Lorette. And was that Hawkins, Eli?
I think
Hawkins and Lorette at 138. And here we go.
And Lorette here, I talked about Lorette last year too as well. Just the improvement he's had from year in and year out. And he's got double underhooks trying to get himself to an inside trip. Nothing comes out of it with a nice underhook on the right side. Working its way here forward. Now I think I got something going, Aaron.
All right, good deal.
We might be able to maybe get this to work. But their team score here,
16-0, Logan-Magnolia with the lead. We're at 138, a minute 27 to play, or to remaining in the first.
And again, here with a collar tie on the right side. Lorette still coming in. Aaron, I didn't hear who
Wyatt Hawkins.
Wyatt Hawkins for Logan-Magnolia, doing a nice job pressuring himself away, but Lorette coming hard on top on the right. Collar tie in the head. Coming down with the club on the left side. Tries to attempt a shuck by. Hawkins needs to be able to circle his way back in. Got to be able to improve. A nice shot fake coming from Lorette. Collar tie now again on the right side.
45 seconds remaining in the first.
And again, here, Lorette's just one of those wrestlers. You can tell very strong on the mat here at 138. And Hawkins trying to be able to work his way inside. The wrestling both kind of standing up pretty tall here. Got to be able to make a move. And you got a double stall. I don't understand where a double stall would come in on that. I really see Lorette doing a great job of working collar ties and trying to get something going here, especially with a Russian creating all the action. But now you get a double stall call with 15 seconds left here in the first. And again, I apologize. My scoreboard is not cooperating with me. We'll go to another alternative. And a nice fireman's carry here from Lorette, trying to pop his way out. And a great scramble there coming from Hawkins.
And that's going to do it for the first, Eli. At 138, Logan-Magnolia leads 16-0.
And we're going to try our best here to kind of get a picture-in-picture image of a scoreboard up here. Again, my apologies. It's not wanting to cooperate for us tonight. And again, a nice chop and jam here, but a great follow-through coming from Hawkins. Did a great job. Sticks his arm out to the right side, sits onto his butt, is able to scoot his way out, create that separation, and able to get a nice reversal for two. And here comes, again, I thought Lorette maybe trying to be able to work his way around, but a nice job from Hawkins, keeping pressure on top. Got to be able to get himself side to side. You noticed earlier in that first period had a double stall call. Hawkins trying to chop and jam. Lorette's got to be able to move somewhat a little bit here on bottom, build himself up to a base. Minute 17 left here in the second period. Hawkins of Logan-Magnolia leads 2-0. Logan leads 16-0 in this duel so far. And again, just here off to the right side of the mat, another crossface coming. Trying to work something up through here. And right on the edge of the mat there, a Butcher locked up here for Hawkins. He's got to have both knees down. That's one of the things. Got to have both knees down. Not going to have any back points rewarded here yet. 42 seconds, and they're going to call him out of bounds. And Lorette's able to survive. And that's one thing, you know, a difference between college and I wish high school would be able to get into it. Is you just got to have somewhat of your body in balance. And in high school, you have to have both knees down on the mat to be able to justify if it's a takedown, back points, or not. And again, Hawkins going to cover. And Lorette kind of tries a half-attempt switch, but a great job coming from Hawkins. A nice crossface now coming, trying to be able to lock himself up to a Butcher. Picks up that right leg. And Lorette's got to be able to look the other way. He's really looking into this half. Hawkins doing a great job keeping pressure forward. Only 15 seconds left. Don't want to be able to give up any back points here, especially in a 2-0 match.
6 seconds remaining. 2-0 match. 2 seconds remaining. And
now it's going to be maybe some injury time here from Lorette. It's going to be his choice. He's going to choose neutral, which I think it's a great option to choose as well. And I'm going to try to fix our scoreboard up here. And
Eli working on the on the move there. In the third period, 1:45 to go in the third. It's 2-0, Eli. This has been a fight.
And, and that's the thing here. I think that's got to be an opportunity for Lorette. You got to be able to get on your offense here. Earlier, you can tell Lorette was doing a great job of trying to work the action, trying to get something going, and then a double stall hit. But this is an opportunity right now. You got to be able to work through your collar ties, and this is where you get your go-to shot. And that's going to be the same thing here for Hawkins as well. He's got to be able to circle, and right there just kind of bull rushes Lorette straight to his back. He's going to get a takedown and 2 back. Here with just short time left, a minute left in this third period. And again, pressure down here for Hawkins of Logan. Putting his weight hips down, back to the mat. Lorette's got to be able to push his way through. This is already a tough fight here for Lorette. Hawkins did a great job. He sunk his hips down and just was able to push himself forward and gets himself a takedown, and now adding up back points here with 20 seconds left. Lorette having a great fight here. He's got an arm free and does a great job, and this is where Lorette's got to be able to move. 10 seconds left with a 7-0 lead. Staying away from a major, but then again trying to limp this arm back over through, and there's only short time left here, and they're going to give a major decision here now. Going to be 4 points on the team total, which will get it to 20, and 20-0, and Hawkins of Logan leads. Won this match here 9-0 in a major decision at 1:38. We'll move to
1:45 now.
And at 1:45, it looks like Red Oak is open. And we'll move into 1:52, and that's Adam. I always get his name wrong. Byer. I want to say Bear so bad.
It's Byer.
Adam Byer at 1:52. And it will be, I'll try to listen in here with, I'm going to guess it's Lane Brendan.
Yep.
Lane Brendan of Logan-Magnolia, and Adam Byer. Adam Byer of Red Oak. And Byer's a wrestler last year that came in as just a freshman. Did a great job for the Tigers, I think, here in the dual team too as well. And we'll see with an outside single attempt here coming from Brendan. Trying to be able to scramble his way out the back door, and Brendan does a great job of trying to hook around on this leg here, trying to swim his head through. And right there, Brendan gets a takedown on Byer. Leads here 2-0. Byer's got to be able to keep his head up high. Tries a Granby roll through, and a great job from Brendan. Being able to keep his hips back and follow his way along. Now he's got an arm here on the right side. Trying to pry something out here. Byer's got to be able to keep a head high, try to be able to build a base back up, and Brendan needs to be able to work side to side. You see rolling in a wrist on the right side, doing a great job of trying to pin this back. Byer building the base back up to his feet now, pinning this arm back through. Does a great job now trying to scoop the head with the elbow, makes this tough, and it's tight. And Brendan's got this locked up here pretty tight on Byer, trying to work his way out of bounds, doing a great job trying to keep the shoulders up right here on the edge of the mat. And it looks like we may have a pin here with 40 seconds left. Trying to work his way through out of bounds is Byer. But this is locked in here pretty tight. Doing a great job here is Brendan of Logan-Magnolia.
Over on the orange mat, Eli, it's at 160, and they're tied up 18-18. That's St. Albert and Riverside on the orange mat.
And right there is going to be a fall for Brendan of Logan-Magnolia. And here's the match that's going to be, I'm going to say, fireworks here tonight. This is going to be a great match between the two tight state championries of Logan-Magnolia and Bond of Red Oak. Make sure of this. Rice, excuse me.
And Dawson Bond at 160.
And this is a match you almost got to stand up for. It feels like this is.
Eli gets a little antsy anyway, and you put this one up, and Eli gets.
That's exactly.
We need to turn a camera on you, Eli.
And right there, a great job from Rice. Comes in. Bond is a type of wrestler that likes to bring the pressure, likes to bring it in early. And right there does a great job as Rice has a nice outside sweep single, and they're going to be an escape for Bond. I think that's what Rice kind of looks forward to as well. He's wanting to bring the pressure in and does a great job of doing so and gets an outside sweep single, leads now here 2-1. Bond goes first. You can see right in, and another snatch single here coming from Rice. And a whizzer here. Going to have to watch that knee here down low. And a nice whizzer from Bond trying to flatten his way out. And you're going to watch that knee. Maybe potentially dangerous here. And it's going to be, we're going to have a blood time here.
Yeah.
And, and just after watching just the first 30 seconds of this match, you could tell Rice, he's looking for the pressure coming in from Bond. He wants Bond to be able to try to muscle up a Russian tie, wants to be able to get something going, and right there, that's when you see Rice able to snatch down to a low single. I think the best thing for Bond, of course, is be able to keep the pressure up, but needs to be able to know where Rice is trying to bait him in. He's wanting Bond to come up with a Russian tie or a 2-on-1 and bring this pressure in. And once he brings this pressure in, he tries to just latch himself down on the right side and be able to get himself a quick takedown and then causes a scramble situation. And, with the length, I think, of Rice, too, as well, he's been in these situations before, especially being a two-time state champion, leads this match here 2-1. But this is the pace you're going to see is just these low snatch-down singles, I think, trying to be able to create something. And Bond just, you go to your go-to shots. And you'll see here, I think, too, later on in this match, you kind of feel each other out in this first period. But what we've noticed right here is just two quick snatch singles coming from Rice of Logan. And I think moving on later on in this match, too, as well, you'll see, and we got the blood time cut here. And you'll see conditioning, especially being early season here as well. You'll see the summer wrestling coming into play. And again here, Bond wrestling, another shot fake, another tap and go. Rice does a great job bringing his leg back. Here's this Russian 2-on-1 that we see talking about. We'll see if Bond brings this pressure in, if Rice is going to snatch down the slow single. Another 2-on-1 here. Rice gets a 2-on-1 of his own to shuck by towards, and a low shot attempt here coming from Rice, and a great reshot from Rice. Hips coming down here hard for Bond right here on the edge of the mat, and they're going to go out of balance. That was a textbook reshot from Rice. Bond did a shot fake that was good, and then comes into a low snatch. And Bond doesn't really have much of the length to be able to get onto those low snatches as much, because I think Reese can see it coming. And Bond's more of an upper body, I think, kind of wrestler too as well. He can do a little bit of it all, but I think if Bond can be able to get into his underhooks, and you're going to see Rice, he knows how to defend all of it. Tap on the head here coming from Reese, starting things off. And Reese does a great job. Stays real low. Bond's your type of wrestler. Wrestles a little more straight up. Now comes down to a knee. A little unbalanced. 45 seconds. 2-1 here. Rice of Logan-Magnolia leads. A nice shuck by coming from Rice. The tempo is really coming, and the dictation of the match here seems to be coming from Rice. Here on the edge of the mat. Another tap go coming. They're going to circle back up. 23 seconds left here in this first. 2-1. Bond coming heavy on the head. Shot here. Nice snap down coming from Bond. And that's going to be 10 seconds left here. Great snap down. Rice does a great job hanging onto this arm. Got to be careful of a sucker drag here, because Bond does have it in here pretty deep. Tries a throw by here, and then there's going to be 0 seconds left on the clock in the first. Going to be Rice's choice. Rice is going to choose bottom.
2-1. Rice leads as we begin the second.
Bond will cover. It's going to be a caution on Bond here. Got to be able to stay for that second especially. Bond will cover again, and there's going to be a second caution here on Bond. One more is going to be a point. Bond's got to be able to stay set and wait for this whistle. 2 quick cautions. Gets himself into a spiral ride, and a great job from Rice. Just keeps the movement going. That's one of the biggest things. Got to be able to move on bottom, and now leads here 3-1. Takedown for either or would be huge separation in this match. And there's another low snatch. Came in for a double right here on the edge of the mat, and nice again trying to bounce his head on the mat. That's one of the biggest things, bouncing that head on the mat. Once that's exactly what you want to do, is what Rice is doing, trying to bounce this head on the edge of the mat. And once he pops right back up, you're able to get yourself a go around. They're going to go out of bounds. Bond's got to be able to get on an attack here soon. You see he's trying to rush and tie here early on. Not really working well for him. Got to be able to get into some underhooks. Trying to create an angle to be able to get a nice shot in. Great shot faked again coming from Bond. And you can tell Rice is just a cool, collected wrestler here. He's trying to just dictate everything of this pace. A nice Russian tie, pressuring in. And again, here, Fireman's was close. That Bond needed to be able to hit that quick, right on the edge of the mat. Gets snapped down, but had himself in on a Fireman's close. And then we got a minute left here in this second. Taps again coming from Rice. Bond trying to create some movement here, batting on the head here on the edge of this mat. A nice shot again coming from Rice. The length that he has, he's able to just suck in on the arm, on the leg. And we got a seatbelt here coming from Rice. And a whizzer here. Bonds really need to put some pressure in, especially here on the edge of the mat. You don't want to give up any points. And Bond's got a great whizzer. And there was a nice seatbelt ride, too, as well, coming from Rice. And here's the pace here you're going to see from Rice. He looks like he's just kind of dictating the way this match has been going so far. Bond comes in with a shot fake underhook on the left side. And over's coming from Bond, and this is a pretty deep underhook. Knight comes into a drag by, straight on shot, and that's what I think been Bond. A nice low snatch single. Got to be able to work his way around. 11 seconds left. Rice does a great job of keeping the pressure in. 6 seconds left here. Bond trying to work his way, and a nice low snatch from Bond. That's something we needed to see here, is if Bond was going to get himself on a little bit of an offense, gets down to a low snatch, and Rice is able to work his way out of it with 3 seconds left.
3-1 is our score, Eli.
And this is where you just don't want to give anything up, and it's going to be Bond's choice. Bond will choose bottom. Here's the biggest thing, I think, for Bond, too, as well. Needs to be able to get an escape here within the first 10 seconds. Rice can ride. He's going to know, and that's going to be a caution. Oh, my goodness. That could have gone either way, honestly. It's going to be a caution call on Bond. Now going to be a 4-1, and it looked like Rice moved his arm. And again, going for a switch as Bond gets up to his feet, and that's a call that I think should have. And here's got to be a mat return. It's going to be a stall, and he's going to let Bond go. And now here's the situation in this match. Bond's got to get a takedown. With that caution call, I would have you don't want to dictate the match on a caution call like that. And that was Bond's third, and it just so happened now Rice is going to lead this here 4-2. So, minute 30 left here in the third. Underhook here on the left, and a nice Fireman's coming from Bond, but a great throw by from Rice. And right there on the edge of the mat, I'm going to say he stepped out of bounds. Great action from Bond, and Rice did a great job of trying to work his way out. A deep Fireman's carry on the outside part of the mat, and just doesn't keep the feet in. That's why I wish this rule was changed as well, even for everybody here. You got a body part in, you got to be able to let that wrestle out. Minute 10 left here in this third period. 4-2 match. Bond comes low. Got to be able to get another shot. A minute left here in this third. A nice, again, snatch outside single coming from Rice. Does a great job of sticking onto this leg here. Bond trying to be able to shove his head down. They're on the edge of the mat. Best thing for Bond here is to be able to get himself out of bounds. It's a tough position there, and he's going to pull Bond. And a nice job. Bond's able to he's got a leg here on the right side. Looking for a stalemate. This is your best position here, is to try to be able to look for a stalemate, because he's got to hook both legs here around. Bond's going to wrestle through it. If he can get his leg free here, he may have a shot. And, a stalemate call, 30 seconds left. Yeah, that could have gone either way. Maybe wrestle that out in another 10 seconds. But Bond's got to be able to go. Rice with a 4-2 lead. Shot from Bond here has got to be able to get this pace going. 20 seconds left. A shot has to be taken here within this next 5 seconds here. Something big. Bond's got to be able to get to his underhooks, get to a 2-on-1. Battle of the number ones here. Straight on shot. Here's got to be a stall call, I would think, coming here. 6 seconds left here on the edge of the mat. Bond needs to pressure himself out of bounds. Got to go for something big, and that's going to do it here. What a great match from these two guys. You know, it was 4-2. Rice is able to come out on top. I'd like to see those two go at each other again. And what you saw from that match especially is, you know, Rice's game plan, I'm going to let Bond pressure into me, and was just able to get on these snatch singles. Did a great job, especially with that takedown early on. And, you know, and Bond had a chance there right at the edge of the mat to be able to get a fireman's carry. But what a great match coming from both those guys.
Moving on to 170. It'll be Logan Break-Tectic and Baz Clear.
Logan Break-Tectic of Logan-Magnolia and Baz Clear of Red Oak here at 170. And Logan-Magnolia leads this duel 35-0.
And over on the orange mat, Eli, it was Riverside getting the victory at 42-24 on the orange mat. They've wrapped up already on the orange mat.
Yep, and this will wrap up here at, I believe, 113. We have 170, 182, 95, 220, and 285 are going to be full for both teams. And right here, Clear needs to be able to limp arm out, work his way around and get a takedown for two, and a nice job for Clear of Red Oak. Gets himself a takedown to start things off. Leads here 2-0 with a minute 14 left in the first. Versus Break-Tectic, am I saying that correctly?
Sure. Break-Tectic. Break-Tectic.
I gotta. And again.
$35-0 is our score. 55 seconds to go in the first period. We're wrestling at 170. And Red Oak leads 2-0. Baz Clear. That was a pretty exciting one at 160, Eli.
Yeah, it was. And
they'll meet again, you think?
And, you know, I think if they're going to be at the John Jay tournament, I think they'll be wrestling again in a final over there. And Red Oak Chrysler, by the way, is our scoreboard sponsor, and I apologize. I'm trying to get our scoreboard settled here.
That's been one of those. There's always one of those challenges that pop up, it seems. So
there's always one of those, but we're gonna get it working over here and have Red Oak Chrysler. They're gonna be our scoreboard sponsor for tonight too as well. But an escape here coming from Logan of Logan-Magnolia, and comes in on a straight-on double. Clear does a great job of having an underhook here on the right side, trying to pressure away the leg on the right of Logan. And you got to be able to circle your way around here. Now you got a front hand and arm. Got to be able to bounce it on the mat for Logan's backing his way up through, and they're going to go out of bounds. 2-1 here. Clear of Red Oak leads. And a tap and go sweep outside single coming from Logan. Does a great job of just tap and go right off the whistle with 3 seconds left. Clear needs to be able to just keep the pressure in with a nice whizzer ride, and that's going to be it for the first.
We'll take a quick legal ID, Eli. Be right back in 7 seconds. And welcome back here to Red Oak. Aaron West and Eli Bells. Wrestling quad here in Red Oak this evening. We're wrestling 170 currently.
And again, a nice mat return coming from Clear. Keeping the pressure down here on the mat. Minute 40 left here. I'm going to fix our scoreboard again here, Aaron.
And we do want to say thanks to Red Oak Chrysler. They're our scoreboard sponsor, and of course, then you have a scoreboard issue that it's a digital issue with the a software issue, I think, with the other scoreboard at the moment. So Eli's just kind of calling wrestling and modifying that as we go, which people watching online, that's what Eli's doing. So
I'm trying my best to be able to.
That's what you call multitasking, Eli.
And I don't think you can call me the best at it. So I definitely wasn't in school, I can tell you that much. So, but anyways, back here, and a nice half coming here from Clear. He's got to be able to get himself to a side. There's going to be a stall call, and I would venture to say probably a double stall call here as well. 45 seconds left.
In the second, 170. Red Oak leads 2-1. Baz Clear on the mat. Wrestling atmosphere is a lot of fun, Eli.
Yeah, that's the best thing I really enjoy about it, too, as well, is we're going to have a stall call like we're talking about here. And one thing, a side note, it really depends on the official that you get. I've seen it both ways, too, as well, that the wrestler on top that's trying to be able to create himself a half Nelson, trying to be able to create some action on top, is not moving the hips. So he's not moving himself side to side, and that's what causes more times than not a stall call. But then on the same time, you don't get other wrestlers that are on bottom trying to be able to move off. And right here does a great job of Clear. Needs to be able to hop himself off to his side. 2 seconds left here in the second. And right there towards the end, tries to be able to get himself a nice armbar, and it's going to be Clear's choice. And Clear's going to choose bottom.
Here we go in the third. 2-1. Red Oak leads at 170. Clear with the lead.
Now again here, a nice mat return back onto the mat. A crossface here. 2-1 now. Clear needs to be able to get himself to his feet. It was a choice. Of course, you want to be able to choose bottom, be able to create your points. But now, especially with him being able to work on top, you can see trying to be able to get himself an arm bar. Now getting up to his feet, needs to be able to ride the surfboard and break himself out. What I mean by that, get those hips popped out, trying to be able to break your way through and keep that movement coming forward, and then you're able to back cut and get yourself to your feet. 2-1 lead here. Clear leads over Logan. Now off the whistle again. Tries to stay straight up to his feet, and does a great job. Clear does. And here comes a mat return. Needs to be able to hip himself into it. And there's going to be a locked hands call. Clear needs to be able to keep himself moving. Gets a double point. I think they're going to give him 1, too, as well. You have 1 for an escape and then 1 for a locked hands call. So now going to be a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead. Oh, they don't give him the escape call. So now a 3-1 lead here for Clear of Red Oak. Tries to be able to get himself back up to his feet. Breaks his way out. Now leads 4-1. Great job from Clear. Works his way up to his feet, and you keep the movement going. A nice snatch outside single here coming from Logan and the whizzer. And you know what? First, Clear didn't have that whizzer in on the right side. Does a great job of hipping in. Now gets himself into a free hip. Clear needs to be able to free hip in, block on the right side, and work his way around. Now coming in, looking maybe for himself a cow catcher and block the knee. Needs to be able to run this to his back hip. 35 seconds left here. It's a great spot here. And a great go around there coming from Clear, and a great mat return back to the mat. And that should wrap it up here with 25 seconds left. 6-1. Clear leads. Clear did a great job of being able to keep the pressure going. Just kept moving. Had a nice free hip. Is able to get himself a takedown for 2. And is going to wrap this one up here for Red Oak. It's going to put 3 points on the board. Make it 35-3. Logan-Magnolia leads. 6-1. Clear of Red Oak. Gets a win for Red Oak to get things going for them. And we'll move on now into 182. And for Logan-Magnolia, it looks like it's going to be Gage Shook. And for Red Oak, I'm going to keep my ear open.
Gooseman for Red Oak and Shook for Logan-Magnolia at 182.
Gooseman of Red Oak, a freshman at 182, and Shook, a junior. And right there is what we... Nice roll through here coming from Shook. It should be able to get a takedown for 2, and will. Now trying to keep this pressure here forward, rolling in some wrists onto the right side. Starting off here, minute 37 left in the first. 2-0 Shook leads, and now coming for a ball and chain tilt. Maybe looking himself for a cradle. And a nice job here from Gooseman, trying to be able to hip heist his way through. Shook has himself maybe a little bit too high. If Gooseman's able to sneak his way out the side, he'll be able to get something going. Hand fighting down at the bottom. A nice switch attempt coming from Gooseman. Needs to be able to keep following through. If he were to be able to keep that arm trapped, he'd be able to get himself on a roll through, but Shook does a great job of staying in a good base and good position. A great knee slide coming from Gooseman. Does a great job, and that was textbook too as well. Gets himself some hand control, grabs himself the hand that's on his stomach, knee slides up through, is able to get an escape, and a nice shot attempt here coming from Shook. Going to work their way out to the edge of the mat and go back center. 46 seconds left here, 2-1. Shook leads over Gooseman of Red Oak. 2-on-1 here. Front head and the arm here for Shook. And they're going to be out of bounds here on the edge of the mat. And that's a good thing here for Gooseman, because Shook had the arm blocked off the knee and was trying to be able to work his way through right on the edge of the mat. 39 seconds left here in the first. Underhook here on the left side for Shook. And again, a nice kind of arm pull here coming from Shook, trying to keep down. Gooseman needs to be able to throw it through. He's noticed how he's circling here, needs to throw it the other way, and does it perfectly. A great job there from Gooseman. He circles his way around, and here comes the roll. The roll through here coming from Shook, and Gooseman needs to be able to keep the pressure through. And right there's a pin, and that's a pin right there. Oh, and they don't call it. There's two shoulders on the mat, and does a great job, does Gooseman. Shook had himself on the roll through, has the arm, and Gooseman does a great job of keeping the arm pinned back, and Shook honestly just gets himself caught, and Gooseman gets both arms pinned back and gets himself a fall. And now a 35-9 here. Logan-Magnolia leads. And that's what you call just keep wrestling through. The momentum keeps going through, and sometimes that's what you get, and that's what happens.
Nolan Perrin at 195 for Red Oak.
It looks like Carson Eden.
We'll get that official word. Edney
of
Logan-Magnolia.
Edney of Logan-Magnolia, a freshman, versus Nolan Perrin of Red Oak, a sophomore here at 195. Eden, is that what we're correct? Edney, excuse me. You notice I'm not the names guy. And right again, Perrin comes up with double unders and tries to be able to bear hug his way through and does a great job on Edney. Gets him stuck right to his back. 10 seconds left starting off this period. And this is where Perrin just needs to settle the hips through. Has Edney stuck pretty well onto his back. Needs to be able to keep that arm pressure through. And a great job from Edney to be able to fight off his back. But Perrin did a great job coming straight in. Did a nice job of getting 5 points to get things started from feet to back. And here's a crossface attempt coming his way out front. Needs to be able to keep circling. Does a good job of circling his way through. Needs to circle the other way. There's Perrin. Now he's got both arms locked up. Trying to be able to have himself a butcher pin here. Needs to be able to settle his hips up front and keep the hips down and the pressure forward. Got plenty of time here, a minute on the clock, and then goes for a reverse half. Perrin needs to be able to keep his head high, lift the head here of Edney. And Edney needs to be able to shoulder down through, try to be able to find a gap. But Perrin's got this locked up here pretty tight. 45 seconds left here in the first. scooping this head, and here's going to be close to a fall. And right here,
it's close, Eli.
Perrin's got to be able to scoop this head and needs to look to the lights. Got to be able to look high. You can't be watching for that shoulder. 35 seconds left. Edney doing a great job of fighting through. What Perrin's got to do is lift the head up. That's all he needs to do is lift this head up high and look towards the lights. Edney just fighting here with only 15 seconds.
And
there it is for Perrin.
Perrin just took over from the beginning with that one, Eli.
And that's, I think, what Perrin needs to do as well, especially, he's got a year of high school wrestling under his belt. Went to his go-to, comes right in for himself to get a bear hug, wraps Edney up and gets a fall right onto his back, and now we have a 35-15 duel.
Moving into 220 now.
And 220,
That'll be Sam Fields for Red Oak. And that may be open. It's open for...
And that'll be open.
So we'll move into 285 now, which will be Peyton Echternaw.
Peyton Echternaw of Red Oak. And we'll see who
it's going to be. Grant or Grady Bricks. They're both Bricks.
So
go with Bricks.
We'll go with Bricks.
Go with Bricks.
That's the easy way to do it. So we have Bricks of Logan and Echternaw of Red Oak.
Grant Bricks.
So it's going to be, I'm guessing, maybe brothers, but...
Yeah, you'd think so?
I'll take a venture to guess. And we'll get things going here in heavyweight. And that's one of the things in heavyweight you'd send a notice. It's a lot of feeling out here in this first period. A lot of collar ties, a lot of Russian ties. Trying to be able to work something through. Echternaw pressure in forward here. Just pummeling with the arms here, trying to be able to get inside position. And there's a nice snap down for Bricks. Now comes with a cross face here on the left side. Echternaw does a great job trying to build up to a base. But with the pressure, especially here at 285, it's tough to be able to fight off your back like this. Echternaw doing a great job of pressuring the arm through. There's going to be three near fall for Bricks. Now leads 5-0 here with 1:13 left in the first period. Echternaw does a great job trying to fight with the hands, but a nice lift arm through coming from Bricks, and it's going to have Echternaw pretty flat on his back here. And there is going to be the fall. Going to be the fall for Bricks. Does a nice job of lifting the arm up through, gets himself a fall, and I think that's going to...
I think we're going to have some forfeits here, Eli. Yeah. We're going to move. We started at 120, so we're move at 106, which I think will be a forfeit.
Yep, that'll round it out here.
And then I think the same thing at 113. And we'll get the official word here, and that seems to be the case. Then, Eli, we're going to have a introductions, national anthem, all that takes place now. So we're going to step away for just a minute. We'll get this score here officially to make sure that is the case. And it looks like it may be. So our final here, Eli, Logan-Magnolia and Red Oak. Logan-Magnolia will win 53-21.
Yep, that is correct. And, and a recap of that duel tool as well, especially there are some matches very competitive, and of course that Rice and Bond match is something we may be able to see again here in the future. But I think a good duel overall, especially for the weight classes that were open. You always have the advantage when you have a full team, and Logan-Magnolia has always been a Class 1A powerhouse too as well. They always have weights filled and just a solid dual team. But it was a great job for Red Oak, too, as well. Had some very competitive matches. Some matches you may not thought of you were going to win and came out here and got a win for. So very competitive in the matches we were able to see tonight.
Eli, let's step away for just a bit, and we will be back again. We have, in wrestling, people are thinking, well, you didn't start with the national anthem.
That's right.
It's going to be the national anthem player introductions. We do have some junior varsity wrestling that's been taking place this whole time over on the orange mat as well. In fact, on the orange mat, it was Riverside over St. Albert, 42-24, and Logan-Magnolia over Red Oak in round number 1, 53-21. We'll be back after these messages.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Hey, thanks, Andy. And yeah, Andy's here in the audience this evening. I saw him here earlier. So we are wrestling tonight. It's the Red Oak Tigers Wrestling Quad. I would note, too, this is all boys wrestling here tonight.
Yeah, this is, and that's
because we did have that question. This will be all boys tonight. And in round number one is Logan-Magnolia over Red Oak 53-21 and Riverside over St. Albert 42-24. Player introductions being made. We'll have our national anthem. We're going to step away again, and we will be back after this.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank, member FDIC.
Back to Red Oak Tiger Wrestling. It's a quad. Red Oak, Logan-Magnolia, Riverside Bulldogs, and St. Albert Falcons. Player introductions still being made, Eli, but we're just about finished with player introductions. And again, want to say thanks to our sponsors. Make note of them over on the streaming side. Thanks to our sponsors, and again to Red Oak Chrysler for being our scoreboard sponsor as well. And Eli Bells for all your fine work there and taking care of our scoreboard. Player introduction still being made. We're going to step away. I think we'll have our national anthem, and we will be back with round 2 after our national anthem.
Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. It's a win-win. Subscribe now through December 20th. And for every new subscriber to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel in that time period, KCSI will donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club, up to $500. So subscribe today. It's free. Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. And for every new subscriber now through December 20th, we'll donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club.
Hi, this is Gail at the White Sparrow in Red Oak. If you are looking to spruce up your home, please check out our beautiful Magnolia and Laloy rugs. Big or small, we have rugs that fit any space. We have a wide selection here at the store to look at, or you can order the perfect fit for you with a very quick turnaround time. Come in and check them out or visit shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Okay.
Jacqueline's in Shenandoah is ready to help children in need this Christmas. Stop by Jacqueline's now through December 17th and make a monetary donation of $5 or more and receive a free drink. Donations will go to Shop with a Cop. Even better, Jacqueline's will be matching each donation up to $1,000. Come visit, enjoy a meal from their new seasonal menu, and make a difference this holiday season. Just south of Shan on Highway 59. Remember, now through December 17th, make it a $5 or more donation at Jacqueline's and receive a free drink.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
To Red Oak. Eli, just about time to get wrestling again here. Round number 2 over on the orange mat, Logan-Magnolia and St. Albert over on the orange mat. Red Oak and Riverside here on the black mat, and that's the one that we will be covering. Looks like we're going to start at 126.
Yeah, and I'm thinking
we'll see what happens here. Kyler Sandholm is listed at 126 for Red Oak, but
looks like like Aaron, you were saying 126. We're going to have Kellen Oliver. I'm thinking it looks like they're maybe looking where he's at.
And they're a little strategizing here, Eli. What are we doing here?
I don't know necessarily if it is or if it's not. It looked like Coach went out to the hallway to go find his wrestler. I don't think he must be in the bathroom.
He's on the bus.
Something along
Warming
those
up,
lines,
I don't know.
right? But we'll get things going again at 126. I think this weekend, Red Oak will be at the
Kansas City Stampede.
Stampede down in Kansas City. That's a tournament they go to every year. Especially after last weekend, they had the Council Bluffs Classic too as well. Red Oak, I know, wasn't at the Council Bluffs Classic, but that's another big tournament that goes on over there. And then the Stampede, you have a couple teams from Southwest Iowa. You have Red Oak, I know that goes. And it looks like, I think
we got a wrestler here maybe.
Yep, they're going to have a double forfeit at 126. And it looks like Sandholm may move up to 132. They may have a Fort Riverside.
132. Yeah, Sandholm's on the mat.
So they moved Sandholm up. They had a forfeit at 126. Did Riverside? They may not have found their wrestler.
Maybe not.
But now
we're going to have the official come over to the table, scores table here, Eli, talk about it for a minute. We'll be now to keep this in mind too, Eli. We will have. I'm not sure that you will be there Friday night. We're going to Harlan for basketball.
Hopefully I have a deer by then. But
we'll see. So Harlan for basketball Friday night. KCSI, will have 2 remotes this weekend, one in Red Oak and one in Clarinda, the White Sparrow, and then one on the square in Clarinda. So a lot going on. Again, a little discussion taking place here at the scores table.
Looks like they're going to go into
Sandholm walks back out starting at 132.
Well,
this is where we're at. If we're Riverside, that will be.
I'm about to find out here in a second.
Now wrestling on the black mat at 132 for Riverside is Stephen Allensworth, and for your Tigers,
Allensworth.
Kyler Sandholm. I don't know who the Riverside wrestler was.
I want to say I heard. Keegan Allensworth for Riverside, moving up from 120 to 132. Allensworth of Riverside and Sandholm of Red Oak. We're not off the whistle. Sandholm with a nice takedown, leans it back right into a cradle. Going to have 3 back points racked up here. Needs to be able to put a knee in the side here, sink its hips down through. And, and they're going to have one escape here for Allensworth. And a headlock coming from Allensworth. Sandholm just sitting the hips back, does a nice job, just trips on the backside. Is going to get another takedown for 2. Leads here 6-2. Minute 10 left here in this first period. 2-on-1 here from Sandholm. Nice outside single, just snatch single. Trying to drive the knee back down to the mat, and we'll get another takedown here. Chop and jam on the left side. Going to cut Allensworth again here. Leads 8-3. 50 seconds left here in this first period. And I'll tell you, these 2 minutes go by fast up here, but down on the mat, it takes a lifetime. I feel like I'm flying through these periods. A nice ankle pick there from Sandholm. Puts Allensworth straight to his back, and have some back points. Sandholm just needs to bring the pressure in forward here. Looks like he's going to try to finish this one off. Has both arms here locked up, and that's going to be the pin here for Sandholm. Comes from a nice ankle pick. And Allensworth gets put onto his back, and Red Oak's going to start this duel off with a 6-0 lead, and that was at 132.
At 138, we'll have Lorette And for Riverside,
looks like Austin Fisher, I'm guessing, at 138.
Yep, Fisher. And Lorette at 138. Over on the orange mat, Logan-Magnolia leads St. Albert 12-0. They're wrestling 138 currently, and Logan-Magnolia leads 12-0.
We'll get things going here at center circle of the mat. Lorette of Red Oak at 138, and Fisher of Riverside. Shake hands and they're ready to go. 2-on-1 here coming from Lorette. Breaks himself out of it. Underhook on the left side. Now snap down to the front of the mat. Comes in with a nice cow catcher. Just drives it on through. Great job from Lorette. Needs to be able to keep that arm through. It's going to work his way back around and reset. It's going to have a takedown for 2. Great job from Lorette. It's able to get a snap down onto the mat. Comes through, throws in a cow catcher, and gets himself a takedown for 2. Spiral ride here from Lorette. Trying to keep Fisher down onto the mat. Fisher long limbs here at 138. And Lorette gets himself caught high, but a great job of sinking the hips back. Lorette with a tough ride here, 2-on-1 towards out of bounds. Lorette just needs to be able to, I think, get a reset here, but it's going to keep this arm, and they're going to go out of bounds here soon. But Lorette brings Fisher back in, has an arm bar locked up, needs to be able to thread the needle through, keep his arm parallel, needs to take a little steps. Lorette needs to be able to get himself back and restart. And now he sinks the hips down through. He's got both arms locked up. He's going to have some back points here with 50 seconds left. Fisher got both arms tied up pretty tight here. Lorette needs to be able to sit through. He's got to take his left leg, there it is, sit through now. It's going to get 3 back points, and Fisher's able to work his way out of it. Lorette just had a great job of keeping both arms here on the back. Nice power half now from Lorette. Gets himself caught a little too far up front. Now off to a cross face here. Fisher's got to be able to get himself to move on bottom. 2-on-1, maybe a tilt here coming from Lorette, and a great stack right here coming from Lorette. Fisher's able to use the momentum and roll through. Now a cradle, a mixture of moves here for Lorette. 5 seconds left here in this first period. Lorette doing a great job of moving on top, especially from that first match, getting himself called for a double stall. Now bringing all the action.
That's the end of the first, and Lorette leads 5-0. Red Oak leads the duel 6-0.
And Lorette is going to choose neutral. I think it's a great choice for him, too, as well. 5-0, Lorette leads. Nice collar tie on top, then a 2-on-1 from Fisher. Lorette trying to bring pressure in forward. Underhook again on the right side. Fisher works his way out of it. Minute 40 left here in this second. 5-0 lead. Lorette leads here for Red Oak. Another, again, cow catcher, and Lorette does a great job. Just needs to scoop the head the other way. Needs to scoop the head with the other way instead of a... There it is, now a reverse half. Went for a reverse half with a scoop, just needs to be able to keep it with a half. Going to have back points here. Fisher does a great job trying to fight his way off his back. And there's going to be another takedown and then 3 back points. So lead now 8-0. Lorette's got the leg split here and a great job. Should scoop this leg here forward. Fisher's got to be able to build himself back up a base. Trying to work his way out. Lorette trying to keep this armbar legal. 50 seconds left here in the second. A 10-0 lead Lorette has. Hand fighting now is Fisher.
40 seconds in the second.
And a great job from Lorette, just right on the edge of the mat. I'd always love that too as well. Finish a move on the edge of the mat. And Lorette does a great job of bringing pressure in forward. Gets himself to try to lock up a cradle here on the edge of the mat and leads here 10-0. Nice chop and jam here coming from Lorette, keeping this arm pinned. Now threading the needle through on the left side with an arm bar. Needs to be able to plant the far right shoulder. Has to be able to keep it parallel, keep it legal, and does a great stack right on top, does Lorette. Runs it right over his knee, and he's going to get the fall. Great job from Lorette. Threads the arm through. He's able to bring his knee out and stack him right over top and gets the fall for Red Oak. and now leads this duel 12-0. Does Red Oak moving in now to 145, and it looks like Red Oak will be open at 145, so that will be the first 6 points here for Riverside. Jackson Gordon will take the forfeit at the open weight at 145, and then we'll move on to 152.
Be Adam Byer.
Byer of Red Oak. And I'm going to take a guess. It's going to be Jet Rose. I'll double check with that.
Yep, Jet Rose.
Jet Rose and Byer.
At 152.
Of Red Oak. 12-6 is this duel. And we'll get things going. Byer with a nice club here on the left side. Rose of Riverside, underhook on the left side, and a great just straight on through linebacker tackle as Byer have right on Rose.
And he had a bunch of good ones this year, too.
There you go. Trying to wrap this arm on through, goes for reverse half. Got to keep the pressure on through. You can keep that leg if you want, but it's going to be better off if you get yourself out of it and just keep the pressure forward. You got plenty of time. Minute 25 left here on the clock, and he's going to lock up a cradle here, which will get the fall.
There's a fall.
And a nice job there. Oh, and I think what they wanted was to be able to call blood time. But you know what? That's the thing is when you're in a action and they're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct here, going to be on Riverside, going to be 1 team point deducted. And what they're seeing is, you see blood coming through, but you really can't penalize the wrestler that's in control. If he had Rose flat on his back and had himself in a position to be able to get a fall, and if Rose was able to break out through that, that's when you're able, I think, to be able to call the blood time and then be able to get yourself a reset. But I agree with the official here. You got to let this play out.
And Eli, while we're working on this blood timeout, we're coming up to 160. We're going to take just one quick break here, step away for just a minute, and we'll be right back after the blood timeout.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Livelihood. It's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Thanks, Tim. Back in Red Oak and still cleaning up here, Eli, after that blood timeout. Significant cleanup taking place there.
Definitely. And that was me when I was the wrestler. I mean, just blood after blood after blood timeout, and I did get disqualified from one match, so that'll do it to you. But I'm gonna guess they're gonna get things going.
Yep, Dawson Bond back out. We'll be wrestling 160 when we get back to action here. Red Oak leads 18-5 on the black mat over Riverside. Over on the orange mat, Logan-Magnolia leads St. Albert 18-6, and it's at 152. Dawson Bond takes the victory with the forfeit.
Going to take the open at 160 and brings this duel 24-5. We'll move on now.
Baz clear for Red Oak.
To 170.
And we'll get a name here official.
And I can tell you that's definitely Roller, I'm guessing, at 160. Did you hear that one, Aaron?
I did not get that one.
I think this is Roller of Riverside.
Wrestling up at 170?
Wrestling up at 170. And there's a couple reasons I can tell that because I've wrestled with both their, I'm guessing related too as well out there on the mat from Atlantic. But right here, a nice takedown coming from Roller. Puts Clear straight to his back right here on the edge and does a great job of fighting his way off. There's going to be 2 takedown. It's going to be 2 takedown and 2 near fall. We're here at 170. Roller of Riverside and Clear of Red Oak. Clear is able to get himself up to his feet, gets himself an escape. Now a 4-1 lead here, and a nice snatch outside single coming from Clear, trying to work his way around. Roller does a good job of picking the ankle, making it hard for Clear to be able to work his way around, but needs a limp arm out here with this Whizzer now. Pick this up to the mat. Circle his way back in. Roller's leaned himself back out of bounds. And they're going to call out of bounds and go neutral.
24-5. Red Oak leads. Period number 1. 50 seconds remaining in period number 1.
Underhook on the left side here coming from Clear. Go again. I think it's a great thing on this snatch single. And here comes a great single leg and a nice roll through coming from Clear. Nothing rewarded here yet. Needs to be able, if I'm Roller, you got to let go of the leg and limp arm out. And here's going to be close to 2 points. Nothing rewarded here yet. And Clear needs to be able to limp arm out. Or excuse me, Roller does. And he will and gets a takedown for 2. Leads now here 6-1. 15 seconds left in this first period. Roller coming out to a right side. Rolling in the wrist here on the left. 5 seconds left here. Now pins the arm. Maybe looking for a crucifixion. And time's going to be able to go out.
6-1 is the score. Roller with the lead. Red Oak leads the duel 24-5. Getting set for period number 2. We're wrestling 170. Make note of our sponsors. Make sure if you're watching online, you hit the subscribe button. Would encourage people to do that if you haven't already. And pass it around and have other people subscribe, Eli.
And a switch attempt here coming from Clear. But needs to be able to base back out and belly back down because Roller have a shot to be able to throw in a half. Just starting off at this second period, 6-1, Roller leads. Now trying to throw out the arm here out front, trying to break down the tree trunks. And Clear does a good job, gets to his feet and getting an escape. I think for Clear here, needs to be able to set an offense and a great blast double. Just needs to be able to finish this one off through, and Roller does a great job of bringing in the hips. That was great defense from Roller, and there's going to be 2 points right on the edge of the mat. Great job from Clear. Had a deep, deep shot, and Roller's able to bring his hips out. But Clear just kept on wrestling. 6-4 now. Minute 19 left here in this second period. Clear will cover. Here on the left side, chop and jam here from Clear. Roller does a good job tripoding back up to a base. Clear needs to be careful of sagging these hips. Right here is an opportunity. I'd just be able to cut Roller. A stall call is going to come here in a minute, but a nice job from Roller. Breaks through on the hips and leads here 7-4. A nice sweep outside single coming from Roller. That was textbook. Has that other leg. Nothing rewarded here yet, and there's going to be a takedown for 2 for Roller. Now leads here 9-4. 50 seconds left here in the second period. A lot of action coming from both these guys. Clear would be a huge if he's able to get an escape here. And that's a move that you don't want to see there from Clear, trying to go for desperation. And there's still plenty of time left here in this match. And Clear needs to be able to arch his back towards the other way. Roller trying to roll something up here on the wrist with the left side. 19 seconds left in the second. Roller of Riverside leads here 9-4. Building back up a base. Rolling in his wrist on the right side. 9 seconds left here. Roller doing a great job of hip pressure moving forward, and he's got himself caught a little too high. 1 second left here, and if you get a little bit, and the referee knocks him down, and their time's out. And
I don't think I've seen that before.
I don't know. I've seen that either. The towel boy was running up trying to be able to put the time out, and the official just gives him almost a body check. And that could have been your signal that the time's out, but they're able to get things corrected. So now we'll go into the third period here. Clear with the spiral ride here and a bear claw ride on the left-hand side. If I'm Clear, I think the opportunities here is you need to be able to cut Roller. Roller is pretty agile wrestler too as well, and gets on an offense. Shot fake coming from Clear. Roller's been doing a great job. Another blast double here, but you shoot that straight on. This is what you get. You get a free hip in from Roller. Clear does a good job of staying with it. Right here is where Clear needs to be able to prop this leg up on his right. If you were to see there a nice whizzer in from Roller, if I'm Clear, you got to be able to grab that inside leg, prop it up on your right thigh, and be able to drive through. Roller does a great job and work his way out of it, though. Underhook on the left side for Clear. 1 minute left here in this third period. 10-4, Roller of Riverside leads. Now, shuck by attempt coming from Roller. Another straight-on blast double, and the hips from Roller have just been outstanding. And they're going to stay neutral. Great job from Roller. He does the hips that he's shown here in this match. They're one of the main reasons why he's has this 10-4 lead. Clear is in on some deep shots, but Roller brings in some great hips and a little low snatch. High crotch here from Roller. And an underhook on the right side for Clear. 40 seconds left. There's going to be another stalemate call, I'm sure, here shortly. Clear trying to work his way around. And here comes the cow catcher coming from Clear. Roller just needs to be able to hang on to this leg.
39 seconds or 20 seconds remaining in the third, rather.
And right here you're down 6 points. It's got to be a feet to back here for Clear, or maybe a quick takedown, and then it's got to be feet to back. It's got to be something fast and quick. No stall calls on Roller either. Another blast straight on through double, and some great hips from Roller. And here it is. Right on the left side. He had a body lock and a nice reshot coming from Roller. Great job to be able to keep the action going, and all Roller needs to be able to do here is circle. Clear's going to maybe get hit with a stall call here. He doesn't hustle up to the center circle. And here comes the underhook. Desperation time here. And nothing's going to come out of it, and that's going to be the end. And that will be it at 170. And I'm guessing we're trying to get the names right here.
182
here.
For Riverside.
Now, 182 pounds for Riverside.
Yeah, so it looks like Riverside's been bumping up one weight class all the way throughout. Caden Please of Riverside is going to be taking on Gooseman of Red Oak. We have, make sure I get it right, Please of Riverside with a nice single leg here. Gooseman trying to be able to work his way out of it, and will at 182. Minute 40 left. 24-8. Red Oak leads over Riverside. A nice throw by coming. But right here, Gooseman does a great job and catches Gleese onto his back. Great job from Gooseman. Just keeps the continuation going. And, has Please close to being on his back, and they're going to go out of bounds. 2-0. Gooseman leads over Please of Riverside.
24-8 is our score overall. Red Oak with the lead over Riverside. We're wrestling 182. Over on the orange mat, it's Logan-Magnolia over St. Albert, 22-6. They're wrestling at 160 over on that mat.
Gooseman's got to be able to let Please through. It's going to have an escape here. 2-1. 1 minute left here in this first. Gooseman trying to bring some pressure in forward. Please with a collar tie on the right-hand side. Had a snatch single earlier that was just textbook, but Gooseman does a great job of keeping the action going through. Head tap here coming from Please. 35 seconds left here in this first period. Got to be able to use it, when you have head taps and coming through. And a Russian tie here from Gooseman. And Please looking for a throw. You can tell right here he's going to try to be able to just hip on over. And Gooseman does a great job of keeping a free hip in. And Gooseman, and right there, does a great job of rolling through. There's no points rewarded just yet. Gooseman doing a great job. And there's going to be a takedown for 2 with 5 seconds left. And Gooseman had some great body position trying to be able to fight, and you could see with Please had to just trying to hip his way over, and Gooseman is able to hook the leg on the backside, and Please is just able to do a little backdrop and catches Gooseman on his back. Now leads here 6-2. Going into the second period, it's going to be Gooseman's choice. He'll choose bottom. Please choice, and he'll be on bottom. Chop and jam again coming from Gooseman. Got to be able to let Please go or return him down to the mat. Here's going to be a stall call coming here shortly if Gooseman doesn't be able to have a release. And there it is the release. 7-2 now. Please leads over Gooseman. Another single leg. And I'll give credit to Gooseman here. He's been able to scramble really well in certain positions, trying to be able to find his way out of things and keep the head high and try to be able to come out on top. And Please is doing a great job, too, as well, of keeping composure, even if he's caught in a weird position. Collar tie on the right side for Gooseman. 7-2, Please leads for Riverside in this 24-8 duel. And there's pressure in 4. They're going to both stay neutral.
1:18 to go in the second, Eli.
Again, we'll bring it back here to the center. Collar tie on the right side for Please. Distance, maybe trying to go for a slide-by single as Gooseman needs to be able to set something up. Minute left here in the second period. And here's a lot of push and snaps coming from Please. And Gooseman's kind of looking like he wants this pressure to come in and counter with something, but we got to get some action going here.
7-2 is our score. Riverside leads at 182.
Heavy collar tie and a snatch single coming from Gooseman and a nice crossface from Please. Gooseman needs to be able to circle away, keep this arm. If he's able to keep this arm, there's going to be the takedown for Please. You can see there that Please was able to slip the leg in through and gets himself a takedown. 35 seconds left, 9-2 lead here for Please, and a power half coming from Please. Doing a great job of shoving this head down to Gooseman. Gooseman needs to be able to build a base, and right here's an opportunity for Gooseman. If he can slip this arm through on the right side and pressure in, needs to be able to pressure in. 13 seconds left in the second, and you can tell Police is trying to be able to hang on and does a good job of that with great pressure on top of the head here. Still in control here, 3 seconds left, and I'll round it out here for the second period. And what I'm talking about there is Police had a man with a leg slipped on the right side trying to come over top with a power half. Gooseman needs to be able to keep the pressure coming in forward and slip an arm through, and that's when he'll be able to have a chance to be able to get himself a reversal. But we'll come into the third period. Gooseman's on bottom. Chop and jam here from Police. Minute 40, just starting off this third period. And here again, trying to get some hand control, but Police does a great job of keeping the pressure going. Third period, 9-2, Police leads. Hanging on the left side here, now has an arm bar running through. Gooseman does a good job of circling on through, trying to hand fight, and they'll go out of bounds. Minute 25 left here in this third period, 24-8. Red Oak leads this duel. Police leads 9-2 over Gooseman at 182. And again, got to be able to have some movement here coming from Gooseman. It's been a lot of chop and jams here from Police, controlling the pace, controlling the action. Minute 10 left here in this third period. Got to be able to keep this armbar legal on the left side for Gooseman. You could see in his earlier matches, elbow down. You're leaning into it. You got to be able to elbow down, breaks free. And Police just having a steady arm here, seatbelt ride. Tight waist, pressuring in forward, now coming for a cheap tilt. Gooseman just needs to break his hands free. If he can just be able to pressure in and break it hand free, no back points rewarded, and Police cuts himself a little too high, but is able to slip both legs in from it, and now has himself running a half, and just going to run Gooseman over straight to his back. Gooseman doing a great job trying to be able to fight, and will. Gets himself working out front, and if Gooseman can be able to work, it gets himself to his feet. 11-3 here. Gooseman's got to be able to go for a desperation move here. It's got to be a pin.
13 seconds.
In this match, it feels a lot closer than what the action has been. There's been a lot of momentum, and another shot coming from Gooseman. And just a nice throw by, and nothing rewarded yet. Gooseman does a great job of just continuing the wrestling, and I think you'll see a lot of improvement coming from Gooseman this year as well. Just continuing the pressure, continuing the movement, but Police comes out on top, just the back points, and be able to keep the pressure moving, stayed calm in awkward situations, and is able to pick up the win for Riverside and bring it to a 24-12 duel.
Moving to 195, Eli. Nolan Perrin steps on the mat for the Tigers, and it's a forfeit at 195.
We'll move on to 220.
Red Oak leads 30-12 now. Moving to 220, Sam Field steps on the mat for Red Oak.
And I'm thinking that's going to be another
That's
forfeit.
going to be another forfeit, I do believe. It's what it appears. It is. Now, Peyton Echternaw for Red Oak at 285.
Of Echternaw at 285, like Aaron said, and then this will be the last match
for Riverside
for this duel, because then Red Oak's open for 3 weights heading down. This is a pretty big match here.
This is Caden Forrestal for Riverside, Eli. Caden Forrestal.
And right off the whistle, Echternaw trying to come in with heavy collar ties, Forsenal. And here comes a headlock here coming from Echternaw. Needs to be able to just run this straight on through, and Forsenal is able to lat drop him on Echternaw onto his back. And that's what's going to, I think, that might win the duel here for Riverside. And, and it's a little, I think, just mat time here for Echternaw. Just needed to be able to sit the hips, understand the position you're at, and you can bring him straight back with you. And Echternaw will understand. He'll get some more mat time and know certain positions.
106 will be open, Eli. So Riverside's going to pick up more points, 36-24.
And that will...
That's it, isn't it?
And then we're going to go to 113. We started at 126.
Oh, that's right.
113 will be open for. And that was
double forfeit.
It's going to be at 113. They'll be open, and then 126. 126. Or excuse me, 120. It looks like will be a double forfeit too as well.
Yeah, double forfeit at 113. I just saw Coach Podliska tell them. And then we're going to move, like Eli said, then to...
And, and that will... And with the double forfeit, I'm thinking Red Oak will win this duel by 6.
I believe that's it, Eli. 36, and they do. 36-30.
They had with Riverside having and that's what it really was, because then it would have went into criteria. Yep, so the double forfeit will bring Red Oak to a victory here in this duel versus Riverside, 36.
We're over on the orange mat, Eli. It's Logan-Magnolia over Red Oak 40, or over St. Albert 46-6. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays, on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as...
Welcome back to Red Oak Orange Gymnasium. Red Oak wins round number 2 over Riverside, 36-30. And we're over on the orange mat, Eli, where Logan-Magnolia leads St. Albert 64-60. A lot of open positions they just ran through there, getting close to the end of this one. Explain to me the 45-minute rule, Eli.
Yeah, so just in between matches, especially, you have to wait 45 minutes. It's a mandatory deal from the state. You have to have 45 minutes in between each match that you wrestle. That just protects the wrestler too as well. But yeah, so it's sometimes in duels. That's why you see we start at 120. Now 120 will be the last one to wrestle coming into the next duel. Then we go to 126. Now 126 will be last, which kind of is able to keep that 45-minute rule intact. But I'm thinking this duel kind of went by pretty quick, so there might be a little time that has to be wasted with in between matches. So I think they may throw in some JV matches too as well to be able before we get into the next duel.
And Aaron West and Eli Bells, we're in Red Oak. It's the Red Oak Tigers Wrestling Quad here in the orange gym. There's basketball going on, or there was over in the black gym.
That's the blessing. You got 2 gyms. You can have basketball going on in one gym, wrestling in another.
And that's exactly what we have here this evening. And over on the orange mat, Logan-Magnolia leads 64-9. And want to comment if you're watching online? Thank you first off. Secondly, hit subscribe we appreciate that. The Red Oak Boosters will make a donation of $1 for every subscriber that we get between now and the December 20th. We do have a certain limitation on that, but I can tell you there's still plenty of options available, and share that around and have other folks subscribe to them. We'll give the Red Oak Athletic Boosters a donation. December 20th is when that comes to an end. Secondly, Eli, you were, I know, looking at some of the state tournament stuff, and they've added a day to the state tournament. Is that right?
Yep. So now you're going to have a fourth day. So for state, there's no more sectionals. Forever, there's been sectionals in 1A and 2A, which is just a tournament before the district tournament, and that brings it down to 4 wrestlers at district. But now you're going to have 24 state qualifiers, 24 state qualifiers, just districts for each weight class. The first 8 seeds will get a first-round bye, and it will almost be like a wrestle-in. And I haven't looked at it enough to know if you lose that first match, if you're still alive in the tournament or not. I don't know 100%. I'm guessing that you would be. But so those first 8 will have a bye. And now there is no more mixture within classes. So it's just 1A is going to wrestle at 9, and 2A is going to wrestle the next session in 3A. And there's no longer, if you win your first match, do you have the day off. You're going to, for sure, each wrestler, I'm pretty sure, is going to be wrestling 2 matches that day.
All right. So a bit of a change there coming to the state. Now we're a ways from the state wrestling tournament.
Oh, and then also the dual team, I'm pretty sure, is the week before in Coralville. So the dual team tournament will be at the Extreme Center in Coralville, right outside of Iowa City, the week before the state tournament.
We're in Red Oak, wrestling taking place. We're going to take a break again. Wrapping up a little bit of wrestling here on the orange mat, and then we will be back next round. It will be Red Oak and St. Albert will be the next round here this evening. We'll take a break and we'll be back after this.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank, member FDIC.
What's that?
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. It's a win-win. Subscribe now through December 20th. And for every new subscriber to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel in that time period, KCSI will donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club, up to $500. So subscribe today. It's free. Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. And for every new subscriber now through December 20th, we'll donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club.
Hi, this is Gail at the White Sparrow in Red Oak. If you are looking to spruce up your home, please check out our beautiful Magnolia and Laloy rugs. Big or small, we have rugs that fit any space. We have a wide selection here at the store to look at, or you can order the perfect fit for you with a very quick turnaround time. Come in and check them out or visit shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Jacqueline's in Shenandoah is ready to help children in need this Christmas. Stop by Jacqueline's now through December 17th and make a monetary donation of $5 or more and receive a free drink. Donations will go to Shop with a Cop. Even better, Jacqueline's will be matching each donation up to $1,000. Come visit, enjoy a meal from their new seasonal menu, and make a difference this holiday season. Just south of Shan on Highway 59. Remember, now through December 17th, make it a $5 or more donation at Jacqueline's and receive a free drink.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Be here this evening and cover wrestling both on air and broadcast, and we love to do it, or over on our YouTube channel. And if you want to watch it, well, go to YouTube. In the search bar in YouTube, search for KCSI Radio, and you can watch the rest of the evening here with us. And also, while you're there, tap like and subscribe, or tap subscribe for sure, and then we will make a donation to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club. That's all you got to do. It's cost you no money at all.
That's right.
None.
None at all.
Zilch.
And we're going to give money back to the Booster Club.
That's it.
That's right.
Through the December 20th. And like I said, we do have some limitations on that, and we'll keep telling you about that. Now, tonight it's going to be cold and mostly cloudy. A chance of sprinkles this evening, and then partly cloudy overnight. Lows will be in the mid-20s and a south wind 10 to 15, gusting to 25. Tomorrow, increasing clouds with highs in the mid-30s, a south wind of 15 to 20. And Wednesday night, cold, mostly cloudy, lows in the mid-20s Wednesday night with southwest winds of 10 to 15, gusting to 25. Looks like Thursday, cold and mostly cloudy with 20% chance of snow Thursday. Highs will be in the lower 30s, west winds of 15 to 20, gusts to 30 miles per hour Thursday. Thursday night, cold and mostly cloudy, lows in the teens, around 17 degrees, and west winds of 15 to 20, gusting up to 30 Thursday night. And Friday, mostly cloudy skies and cold. Highs only reach the mid-20s. Friday, it's going to be cold. You'd be deer hunting Friday, Eli. It's going to be cold.
Let's hope I get something tomorrow morning. That'd be even better, right?
So
Friday, I'll be out. We'll see.
But today was a cold. I mean, it wasn't temperature-wise. It's been colder, but it was just damp and windy today. Made it felt much colder than what it actually was.
It wouldn't have been any fun to be stuck in that blind, I'll tell you that much.
So you go tomorrow.
I'll go tomorrow morning. We'll make it happen there. But it looks like I think we're going to have some – well, we might be starting this duel off.
It looks like we –
132, or this might be a JV match, I'm thinking, on the right. And
it'll be Riverside and Logan-Magnolia on the orange mat.
And we'll see what's going on.
Over on the black mat, the Red Oak and St. Albert. So that's going to start at 132. Is that where this one will start, Eli?
We'll start at 132, and it looks for Red Oak is Earp. We haven't seen Earp wrestle tonight.
No.
For St. Albert, that is Garcia or Blakeman. We're going to find out if they're going to have
see what's going on here. Let's take a quick break, Eli, and get lined out. Looks like we're pointing at a lot of papers and doing a lot of talking down there.
Exactly right.
Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy.
Our sponsors, if you have the opportunity, some JV matches going on, Eli, is what we have taking place.
Yep, to kind of fill in that time to make things go more smoothly, you got to be able to have some extra matches going on out here for some JV wrestlers, and then our varsity duel with St. Albert will be coming here shortly.
Yep, and actually you could watch the JV wrestling that's taking place on our black mat if you hopped over to our YouTube channel. And again, this is kind of getting that 45-minute timeline in for people to take care of those requirements from the state.
Yep, that's exactly right. Take care of because I'll tell you, I've been gassed and I don't want to go back out. I take all the 45 minutes I can get. But, yeah, they'll take those requirements, and then they'll move right on in our duel here shortly.
Eli, are you going to go watch some wrestling at Iowa this year?
I am. I plan on wanting to go to the Iowa-Michigan duel. My dad and I usually always
That'd be T-Bone.
That'd be T-Bone. He's probably watching right now, I'm assuming. If he can figure out his iPad, I don't know what he's got going.
Easy. Give your dad a break, Eli. Coming from a dad's perspective.
That's true.
Give your dad a break.
I'll probably get a text here in a minute, I'm guessing. But, no, we usually always go to the Iowa-Penn State duel, but obviously that's not at Iowa every time. But last year we went to that, so I'm thinking we'll go to the Iowa-Michigan duel. That's number 2 versus number 5, which would be a great duel to watch. That's in Iowa. I didn't go to the Iowa State duel. I was gone for that one, and that was a great duel that went on for the Cy-Hawk, for the Corn Series. But, yeah, maybe Iowa-Oklahoma State. We'll see. It'll be and the nice thing about it, the Nationals are in Tulsa, Oklahoma this year, and then next year they're in Kansas City. So for sure be at Nationals when they're in Kansas City, but hopefully we can make a trip down to Tulsa this year and watch those.
Very good golf courses in Tulsa.
I played La Fortune down in Tulsa. Allie and I went and played down there. That's a great track to be able to play. I don't know if we'll be playing down there in March just yet. Maybe. I may need to go hog hunting down there. That might be what we need to do.
They start early when you get a little farther south.
That's true.
Anyway, it's wrestling here this evening, and in the first 2 rounds, let me give you just a quick rundown of where we're at. A bit of a break here with some junior varsity wrestling taking place. And round 1, it was Logan and Red Oak. Logan-Magnolia comes out on top, 53-21 over Red Oak. In round number 1, it was Riverside and St. Albert, and Riverside comes out on top, 42-24. Moving on to round 2, it was Riverside and Red Oak. Red Oak comes out on top, 36-30. And it was Logan-Magnolia over St. Albert, 64-15. That's through the first 2 rounds. We have one more round. It will be Red Oak and St. Albert when we get back to action, and Logan-Magnolia and Riverside over on the orange mat when we get back to action. We'll take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays, on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to Red Oak. Aaron West and Eli Bells, and still some junior varsity taking place here on the black mat, but I think we're just a few minutes away from getting started back to varsity action with round 3, and looking forward to that. Although on the orange mat, I think they're already underway.
Yep, they just started at 1:38, or they had a bye at 1:32. Logan-Magnolia received a bye, and now they get things going at 1:38. For Riverside and Logan-Magnolia, and then sooner rather than later, I'm going to be guessing at Red Oak and St. Albert will get things going. We got another JV match just finishing up here over here on the black mat that you can see on your screen. And I think Red Oak, like you said, Aaron, they'll be at the Stampede in Kansas City this weekend, and that's a premier tournament that they have going on down there. 2 days. I think it's straight bracket play. I don't think there's any pool play. I don't know 100%, but going to be a lot of tough wrestlers down there, and that's the competition you want to be able to see. You wrestle a tough schedule, you'll be able to have yourself more prepared getting towards this end of this postseason, because once break is over, the season flies by just like that.
And they're from Arkansas and Oklahoma and Kansas and Missouri and Georgia and Iowa and Nebraska. You have wrestlers from all through the mid portion of the United States, actually.
You know, and that's a great tournament, I think, for a lot of wrestlers to be able to participate in, because it's competition you're never going to see again until the next season, and that's the time where you're going to be able to grow and step from being that wrestler that you are, and being able to find a way to where you're able to go from later on down the season, be able to help yourself out getting down there.
We're going to take a break, Eli, and we'll be back with wrestling after these messages.
The Red Oak Greenhouse has an immediate opening for a full-time production greenhouse grower. Responsibilities include strong problem-solving skills, required to obtain an Iowa pesticide applicator's license within 90 days, an understanding of plant requirements, self-motivated in learning growing techniques, strong communication skills, respond to and resolve alarms, willing to work weekends, holidays, on a rotation. If interested in this position, contact the Red Oak Greenhouse at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is an equal opportunity employer.
Look, I'm not the kind of person that needs a trophy every time I do a good deed, but I like rewards as much as the next guy. That's why I got a sensible checking account at Bank Iowa. I can earn 10 cents cash back on purchases made with my debit card monthly with no limits on the amount I earn back. Plus, I get free online banking and identity theft protection. All I have to do is keep $100 in the account and receive e-statements. Basically, I'm getting rewarded by Bank Iowa for saving trees and buying stuff. Visit your local Bank Iowa location to learn about our sensible checking account option or read more online at bankiowa.bank. Member FDIC.
Upgrade to winning internet speeds and switch to Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks' blazing fast internet speeds, you can say bye-bye to buffering. You'll never have to worry about lagging while gaming with your friends. You'll catch every word your professor says during your online classes, and you won't lose connection during your work meetings. Sounds like a winning game plan to me. So make the switch today and join the winning team, Western Iowa Networks.
Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. It's a win-win. Subscribe now through December 20th. And for every new subscriber to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel in that time period, KCSI will donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club, up to $500. So subscribe today. It's free. Subscribe to the KCSI Radio YouTube channel. And for every new subscriber now through December 20th, we'll donate $1 to the Red Oak Athletic Booster Club.
Hi, this is Gail at the White Sparrow in Red Oak. If you are looking to spruce up your home, please check out our beautiful Magnolia and Laloy rugs. Big or small, we have rugs that fit any space. We have a wide selection here at the store to look at, or you can order the perfect fit for you with a very quick turnaround time. Come in and check them out or visit shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Welcome back to Red Oak, Aaron West and Eli Bells, and we got the pin in that junior varsity.
Back and forth.
Boy, that was an aggressive.
Momentum coming back and forth from both sides here with the wrestlers from Logan and St. Albert. And I'm venturing to say that this next duel should be getting started here shortly with
some varsity wrestling.
Yeah, with Red Oak and St. Albert, and there might be, I don't know if there's one more JV match or not.
I see Coach Podliska stepping out to the mat, asking for a time here. Over on the orange mat, Eli, Logan-Magnolia leads Riverside 11-0. They're wrestling at 145 over on the orange mat, and I think we're getting prepped and ready to go here maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe.
So Dawson Bond wrestled that kid before?
Not that I know of. I don't think so. I think that's the first time they've met. They may probably know each other, I'm guessing, from back in the day, and maybe some summer wrestling and stuff. But that's a match that you'd like to, and one thing is they're in two separate classes. So they really don't need to worry about each other at all coming in down towards postseason when that comes both in two different classes. And, and that's going to make just each other better, that opportunity to be able to wrestle somebody else also that's highly talented as both those guys. Iron sharpens iron, and you can show right there.
Here we go, Eli.
We'll get things going now here at 132.
Yep. 132 for St. Albert. We'll see who that is. It's Kyler Sandholm for Red Oak.
I'm going to say it's Jesus Garcia. Yep, it will be Garcia of St. Albert at 132 and Sandholm of Red Oak. And we'll get things going. Starting things off here. Collar tie here coming from Garcia on the right-hand side. Another collar tie on the right here. Straight on double here from Sandholm. Trying to be able to turn the corner. Garcia's got a hold of a leg, and a nice job from Sandholm. He's able to turn the corner quick. Now hops off to the left side. Looking for a quick half Nelson, trying to trap the arm on the left. It's going to be tough here for Sandholm to run this through, especially not having the arm. Garcia doing a great job of trying to circle his way through. trying to keep the pressure down. Now there's going to be some swipes here for Sandholm. Garcia trying to fight his way off his back, doing a great job now trying to roll through. Sandholm needs to be able to get himself a reverse half. Keep the arm pinned back through. Now just thread the needle on the left side. Nice job from Sandholm to be able to keep that arm, but Garcia does a good job of being able to break through. Now 3/4 Nelson here coming from Sandholm, which is really not needed at this opportunity. Garcia just could be able to slip the leg through and get himself a reversal. 5-0, Sandholm leads over Garcia, and Sandholm does a good job of keeping good posture, being able to know where he's at on the mat, and stay in control. Leads 5-0. Another 3/4 Nelson here coming from Sandholm, something that he may be trying to work on in practice, trying to use it into a match, but a nice tight waist from Sandholm again, 37 seconds, trying to be able to run this arm bar through. Garcia doing a good job fighting off his back, and here's the half coming in from Sandholm. Garcia trying to be able to fight. Sandholm lifting the head, and there's going to be the fall for Sandholm. You know, it was a great job from Sandholm being able to keep good posture and understand what position he's in. And does a great job of being able to sink the hips down through, and is going to be able to get the fall and leads this duel here 6-0 for Red Oak. We'll move on now into 138. It's going to be Helton
and Lorette.
Helton of St. Albert and Lorette of Red Oak here at 138. 6-0, Red Oak will lead this duel to get things going. We'll shake hands and get the whistle started here. Collar tie on the right here side from Helton. Lorette coming in on the left side here. Trying to pummel through here. Just starting off this first period. Helton with a nice collar tie on the left. Lorette getting himself great inside pressure. And a nice fireman's. Doesn't catch a leg, but just catches an arm. Gets himself an arm drag throw through here. And trying to be able to lock up a half Nelson here on Lorette. Helton just needs to be able to run it over his knee. He's got to be able to suck it back in. Lorette just needs to be able to look away and keep pressure the other way. And right there, Helton's going to be able to look like he's going to get a fall. And will over Lorette. And Helton did a great job of keeping pressure here forward. And looks like Lorette may be hurt down on the mat on his shoulder.
Yep. And so we're tied up at 6 apiece. We'll move on to 145. And let me take just a quick time out here, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Jacqueline's in Shenandoah is ready to help children in need this Christmas. Stop by Jacqueline's now through December 17th and make a monetary donation of $5 or more and receive a free drink. Donations will go to Shop with the Cop. Even better, Jacqueline's will be matching each donation up to $1,000. Come visit, enjoy a meal from their new seasonal menu, and make a difference this holiday season. Just south of Shan on Highway 59. Remember, now through December 17th, make it a $5 or more donation at Jacqueline's and receive a free drink.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday.
Be open, Eli, for the Tigers. And looks like Lorette's okay. He's up and off of the mat. And Mr. Schmedke down there taking a look at it.
Wrestling's tough.
It's I tell you every time, Eli, I'd still be laying down there. Adam Byer steps to the mat for the Tigers at 152, and I believe that will be open as well.
Looks like they're for St. Albert. They may be sending out David Helton.
Are they going to? Maybe. I don't know. I don't see him coming to the
I'm guessing they are
thing.
going to send out Byer.
Adam Byer on the mat, ready to go. Here we go.
We'll see who they send out. It's going to be Sam. I heard that. At 152, we're going to have Sam Raymond, I'm guessing. Out from 145, bumping up to 152.
Yep, Sam Raymond. You called it correctly, Eli.
We're going to be bumped up to 152. Or excuse me, is this 160 now, Aaron? I don't know if they have that updated on the scoreboard.
No, this is 152, isn't it? Yeah, 152.
Yep, still be at 152. Here you got Byer. Does a great job. Just comes in with a nice high crotch. Able to come through with a takedown. Now trying to be able to have a nice half Nelson coming through here on Raymond. And that's just locked up here pretty tight. And there's going to be the fall here for Byer. Does a great job just coming through, straight through. Nice takedown with a high crotch. Puts Raymond straight to his back and gets the fall. That's 6 more points, 18-12. And I think they're going to be open against
Dawson Bond at 160.
I think they're going to leave this as open.
Dawson Bond on the mat. 12-12, tied up at 12-12. Red Oak and St. Albert. Over on the orange mat, it's Logan-Magnolia over Riverside, 23-6 in that duel.
And they're going to be open at 160.
18-12. Red Oak leads.
And now we'll go into 170.
This will be Baz Clear for Red Oak at 170. And see who St. Albert sends over.
Crawley bumping up from 60 to wrestle 70.
Yep, Andrew Crawley.
So Crawley here at 160. He's going to bump up to 170. It's going to be Baz Clear of Red Oak wrestling here at 170. 18-12 was our dual score. Red Oak leads over St. Albert. We'll get things going here at center mat here at 170. Both wrestlers down on their knees here. Front head and arm here, trying to be able to shuck this by or just circle his way around to a leg. And from Crawley, does a good job of now looking into getting a bow and arrow cradle. Clear needs to be able to turn and look the other way. Is able to work out of it. Going to be a takedown, though, for Crawley. Leads here 2-0. Get things going here in this first period. 1:30 left. Crawley comes out to the left side here, looking maybe to pry an arm out. Clear hipping down on the left side. Needs to be able to build himself up a base. And, you know, in a situation like this, too, especially someone's trying to pin your arm down. Now a ball and chain here looking maybe coming from Crawley. But Clear's able to build a base back up. And that's exactly what you got to be able to do here is hand fight low, build bases back up, and tripod your way out. Doesn't have to be miraculously fast. Just need to be able to continuously hand fight and be able to work up back up on a base. And a great job from Crawley here of St. Albert, trying to now scoop the head here. Pins his arm on the left side, scooping the head with his right arm, and trying to run this straight back through. And here's an opportunity for Clear to be able to build a base back up, and right there he does. Especially when someone's going to come out in front like that, you got to be able to take advantage and build a base. All Clear needs to do is be able to stay on his feet. He doesn't. Crawley's able to have a great mat return down to the mat, 25 seconds. 2-0. Crawley of St. Albert leads here over Clear. Again, tripoding up to a base. Crawley just kind of crab riding here on this left side of Clear.
10 seconds remaining in the first.
And this is an opportunity here for Clear. Need to be able to get himself an escape, but it doesn't seem like he will. And a nice ride out coming from Crawley. 2-0. It's going to be Clear's choice. Or excuse me, it's going to be Crawley's choice. Crawley will defer. And for Clear, you got to be able to choose bottom. I think even though it was a tough ride out from Crawley, you got to be able to get yourself in position to score some points.
2-0 is our score.
That's going to be a caution on they're going to give that on Clear. Moving just a tad bit before the whistle. And then one thing, 3 cautions. You get 2 warnings. 3 cautions is a point. We saw that earlier. And a sit-out coming from Clear. But when you sit out straight to his face, more times than not, you could get caught on your back. And a great job, though, from Clear. Is able to belly down, and Crawley stays in position. Has his arm pinned on the right side. Clear is able to get it free. Cross Cross arm ride here now coming from Crawley. Rolls on the wrist here on the right side. Needs to be able to hop hip to hip. Crawley's going to have, Clear's going to have a stall call, which he's got to be able to move. And here's an opportunity, though, for Clear. If he keeps able to hip in, he may be able to slip out the side. Nothing comes from it. Switch attempt here coming from Clear. Needs to be able to hand fight, and here comes a cradle coming from Crawley. Nice job from Nice job for Crawley.
55
He's going to be able to
seconds.
get the fall.
And he does.
So now that'll move this duel to be 18-18. Crawley with a nice fall for St. Albert. Have this duel tied up. We'll move into 182. 182 for the Tigers. It's going to be Gooseman, of Red Oak. St. Albert will be open. So Gooseman will take the forfeit at 182. And then we'll move into 195. And I think that would be Nolan Perrin of Red Oak and Beckman of St. Albert.
Yeah, Nolan Perrin stepping on the mat. We'll see if Red Oak leads 24-18. We're at 195. Perrin is going to get the victory with the forfeit.
And that'll be another forfeit. We'll move on to 220. It looks like, and here at 220, they're going to be able to move on now. Sam Fields will be the first of the night that we're going to see. His first match here of the night at 220 is going to be wrestling. I'm guessing it's Beckman bumping up from 195. It's going to be wrestling here at 220. And we'll get things going here, starting off at 220, 30-18. Red Oak reads this duel. Fields comes in right off the get-go. Does a nice job of a nice snap down and throws a cow catcher, but Beckman does a great job on a nice roll through. And there's going to be no back points rewarded. 2-0, Fields leads. Now 2-1 here. A nice snatch, low outside single seems to be coming here from Beckman. Nice job from Fields. Now works his way to his own. And he's able to snatch down low on the leg on the right, get himself a takedown, and leads now 4-1. Is going to cut Beckman here again. Collar tie on the left side. Needs to be able to get himself maybe a tap and go. Fields with now a collar tie on the right. Leads here 4-2. Minute 10 here left in this first period. Trying to get on some offensive attack here. Front head and arm. Underhook here on the left side. Does a great job of rolling straight through and is going to get another takedown. Leads here 6-2 with 55 seconds left here in the first. Fields doing a great job splitting the legs here. I would just be able to get yourself a restart, go out of bounds, and try to create some more action.
40 seconds remaining in the first. 30-18. Red Oak with the lead. Red Oak leads 6-2 at 220. Fields with the lead.
So now
35 seconds.
Great job from Fields here. Does a nice job of having a snatch pick here on the left side with an ankle pick, trying to be able to pressure in on forward. Now Fields will throw in a leg on the right side. Beckman does a great job of catching that leg. Now power half here coming from Fields, trying to be able to create some back points.
6-2, 10 seconds remaining in the first.
And here's going to be some back points. Oh, they're going to say it's even. Oh, now some back points being rewarded here. 4 seconds left. Great job from Fields. He's got a 4-figure lock here, though. That's going to be. It should have been a 4-figure lock there from Fields. I don't think the official saw. But besides the point now, leads here 9-2. Had some back points. Going to be Fields' choice, and Fields is going to choose neutral. Fields comes in on top. Again, going for another snap down, head in the hole. But Beckman does a good job of getting his way out of it. Needs to be able to circle out. Now trying to go for a low satch single. Fields does a good job of just snapping back down to the mat. Gets himself a takedown. Leads here 11-2 with 1:40 left here in the second period. Arm bar here on the left side for Fields. Now works his way in. Nice crab ride, riding here on the hips, trying to split the legs. Fields trying to roll in a wrist. Fields now with a cross face on the right side. Minute 19 left here in this second period. Power half, but he's got a power half on the wrong side, but then Fields breaks his way out of it, rolls in a wrist here on the right, trying to pin it up on Beckman's back, gets himself caught out front, and I think he's just going to cut Beckman here, and Beckman actually gets himself his own escape. He's going to lead here now 11-3 with 57 seconds left in the second period. Beckman's got to be able to circle. A stall call will be coming here soon. If he doesn't, they're going to go out of bounds. They're going to stay neutral. 47 seconds. Fields of Red Oak leads 11-3 over Beckman of St. Albert. And a nice shot attempt here coming from Beckman. Just a low snatch down single. Looks like he may have hurt his knee on the right side. It kind of awkwardly got ran through.
Yep. Seems as though that may be the case, Eli.
And they may need to. Looks like he may have tweaked his knee a little bit.
So we're going to have a timeout here. Coach Podliska out on the court. Take a quick timeout, Eli, and we'll be back right after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
His right knee twisted up.
And that's what can happen a little bit when you shoot in on a low single like that. Your knee bends down, trying to be able to walk this off. It looks a little swollen, but leads this match here 11-3 going into the second period.
43 seconds remaining in the period. It leads 11-3 like Eli said.
Kind of needs to be able to work this knee out. He's putting pressure on it, which is good. We'll see here in a second. Injury time's been run out. I think he's going to.
Over on the orange mat, Eli, just quick, it's Logan-Magnolia over Riverside, 47-24 in that duel.
And here's one thing. I think Fields is going to try.
I think so. Looks like it.
They're going to stay neutral. So it looks like Fields is going to try to give it a go. He's going to definitely, if I'm Beckman here, you're going to try to be going for the knee. For Fields, just needs to be able to stay upper body, try to be able to finish this match. Looks like he's moving better.
Yep.
And here comes Beckman coming down again to that knee. 25 seconds left, 11-3, Fields leads. And another nice takedown here for Fields. Leads now 13-3. Now trying to run a power half, but needs to hop himself over to the other side. And that's why Fields has had that power half a couple times, but he's not on the same side that he's trying to run it. So there's been just a couple miscues there for Fields. Beckman trying to build his base back up.
And that's going to do it for period number 2, Eli. And Red Oak leads 30-18, and Fields leads at the moment 13-3.
And I think
a pretty sore leg under him right at the moment.
And Beckman will choose neutral. 13-3. 5 more points for a tech ball. And a nice shot coming from Beckman. Fields trying to break the grip here for Beckman, trying to be able to spin and face is what we got going on right here. And Fields has a front hand and arm Beckman drops down to a leg. Fields does a good job of breaking the grip of the hands. He's able to get himself a takedown here. Now leads 15-3 and looking maybe to be able to go for the fall. Armbar on the left side, breaks through out of it. Now a power half, and this is what I'm talking about earlier. Fields needs to run this power half from that right side. You got the half in on the right. You need to shove the head, come on with a power half on that same side. And here maybe comes a stack tilt. Nothing out of it. Minute left here in this third. 15-3, Fields leads. 2-on-1. For Fields, too, as well. Oh, here comes a stack tilt from Fields. Going to have no turn from it. 50 seconds left in this third period in this 2:20 bout.
45 seconds remaining. 15-3 is the score. Fields with the lead at 2:20. 53-30, Eli, will be the final with Logan-Magnolia and Riverside. And Logan-Magnolia with the victory, 53-30 over Riverside.
And 25 seconds left here. Beckman's going to be able to break away and get up to his feet. 18 seconds left, especially for Fields. Just needs to be able to circle. Just circle, circle, circle. And we'll round out this match here with a 15-4 lead. Fields did a great job, especially with a tough knee. And right there yet again, you can see happening to his knee. That's the tough spot that he was in earlier, and that's going to be time. And Fields does a great job of fighting through that pain. And, you finish out the match, especially with the lead that he had, and be able to rest up for the rest of this week before heading off to Kansas City.
Yep, great job to tough through that.
And now we'll move in at 285. That's going to be a open.
Peyton Ector not for the Red Oak Tigers, and it's going to be open.
And we'll move on into 106, which is going to be a double forfeit for Red Oak and St. Albert. And I think that may round out our duel, honestly.
Double forfeit. We'll just get the official word here, but Red Oak leads 40-18.
That's going to be another double, or that would be a forfeit.
Double forfeit at 120.
Oh, they'll have a Zach Williams for St. Albert. He'll take the forfeit at 120. There's a double forfeit at 113.
There you go.
And then at 126, there should be a forfeit for Red Oak, I am assuming.
I believe that's going to do it. People are filing out here, Eli.
Yep, and I think that'll round it out, too, as well. We'll move on to 126, and should be a double forfeit, I think, too, as well.
And there you go. 40-24.
And Red Oak
final
will go 2-1 on the day for duels. And that will round it out tonight here for our quad.
Yep. Eli, we're going to see if we can maybe get Coach Podliska to come up and visit with us, if we can get his attention here for a minute. But let's first take a quick break, and we will be back and hopefully get to visit with Coach Podliska if we can. Maybe an athlete. We'll just have to wait and see.
Hey, Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak, or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659, and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right, perfect. The quad here in Red Oak this evening, and joined now by the head coach of the Red Oak Tiger Wrestling Program, Coach Tegan Podliska. Coach Podliska, thanks for coming to visit with us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
Things went well this evening, I thought. A lot of wrestling on the mat and some good early season wrestling that was a lot of fun to watch.
Absolutely. You got kind of a roller coaster of emotions, some different ranges of teams there. Logan's obviously got a full lineup, and they've got some really tough kids, and they matched up with some of our really tough kids, so we're looking forward to that. And then we knew as far as the Riverside St. Albert duels, we were going to be on more of an even playing field as far as, we don't have a full lineup right now.
Yeah.
And those guys don't have a full lineup right now, so in duels like that, you just say, okay, we have to win the matches. If we win the head-to-head matches, we're going to not only win duels, but, you want to blow the door open too.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the one match that we all know we're going to talk about with Bond and Rice, and that's a match that I'm looking on paper, a two-time defending state champ, Bond state place winner from last year, and it's a match, especially early season. I don't know for sure. Is Logan at the John Jay? No. Okay. So I was thinking you could have another matchup there, but talk to me about that match with Dawson and Rice just a little bit.
Obviously, we're looking forward to that one. We know we're high-level wrestlers, and we know Rice is a high-level wrestler. We see him in the off-season. He beat us by a point 2 years ago, and so that's a match we had circled. We were ready for the match, physically, but, he caught us with an early takedown, and man, that kid is strong, and man, that kid stays in great position. And when you give up a quick two, you're in for a long haul. And, we got 3 cautions. And the second one, he moved. I'm just going to be honest, he moved. So that one's on him. And that changed the dynamic of the match because we get that third caution. Now it's a 2-point match. So now we get out, or 3-point match. Now we're down 2 when we get out, and we're just trying to get a takedown to tie it at the end. So that changed the dynamic of the match. Does it change the outcome? I don't know. But when you got a match that high level, you can't give free points,
Right.
and that's a free point. So we give up a quick takedown right away. Fortunately, we wrestled through it, got out right away, gave ourselves some opportunities, and, he had a blood time early, so we talked to Dawson a little bit, got our feet moving, matched his level, and did some really good things. And we almost converted, 3-4 takedowns against a really good wrestler who was ahead, so we had to go to him. And, like I said, he stays in great position. He's a very strong wrestler. He's very technical. So kudos to him. He was ready to go.
And those are the best matches you especially want to see early on, too, as well. Just iron sharpens iron that you'll see right there. It's a good thing those two guys are in different classes as well. It just makes the whole team better. And talk to me about the Stampede coming up here this weekend.
Yeah, that's one of the top 10 tournaments in the nation. The first day we'll wrestle in a traditional bracket. And guys who get beat out on the first day will be put into 3-man round robins on day 2 with other people who were beat out. So, maybe not our highest tier of wrestler will still get some good matches on day 2 versus, the elite wrestler. Last year we only had 2 kids in the traditional bracket on day 2. It was Kyler and it was Dawson. And, we bring them both back. Dawson was a place winner there last year, which is a really big deal. He lost to Angelo Ferrari in the first round last year. Not a lot of people know this, but he's ranked number 1 in the nation. He's really, really good at wrestling. And we tested him right away. And so then we have zero room for error because we lost to Angelo Ferrari in the first round because we're unseeded because we break our collarbone at sectionals our sophomore year. So we have no criteria to be seeded. And so now we've got zero room for error, and we had to beat multiple place winners, state runners up from Oklahoma just to make it to placing. So, it's a tough tournament, but we've had some success down there. We've had a Bentley in the finals. We've had a McCunn in the finals. We've had, several place winners in that gold bracket. We've had some guys roll through the silver bracket. So it's a really good tournament, and it's a lot of fun. You build that camaraderie as a team when you get to go stay in a hotel. And, the last 2 years they've had girls. This last year they had girls, and we've finally had girls. And so now we're sanctioned, and we're going to bring our girls with us again. So, you look at the level of those girls, and we talked about it before last year because all of our girls went down there and won some matches. Those girls are from states that have had girls wrestling sanctioned for, some Texas girls. When I was in high school, I went on a church retreat in Houston, and they had girls wrestling then. So, these girls are from programs that have been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah. So, Coach, are you generally healthy? I know Sam Fields tweaked, looked like his knee, looked like Lorette maybe had a shoulder or bicep or something. Are we generally healthy?
Generally healthy. With what we do, sometimes
you're sore a little bit.
You might not feel 100% for the whole season, but you feel as good as you can, and you go out there and do it. And sometimes that's important. Sometimes you look at that match with Sam, and maybe you hold him out, but maybe you look at it, and whether it's sickness or injury or whatever, sometimes you're going to have to wrestle when you don't feel great, because what if it's the blood round at the state tournament, or what if it's the state finals? There's no guarantee that your shoulder doesn't hurt on the state finals, or your knee doesn't hurt, or you feel 50, you feel like throwing up. You might get sickness the day of the state finals, and you know what? You're probably going to wrestle the state finals. And if you've been in those deep waters before, it's going to be a little bit easier.
I think, and I was really proud of Sam, too. He just fought through that and ended up winning. So what was the pin down here that was about missed, Eli? Who was that early on?
That was with Gooseman.
I mean, I'm surprised you didn't hear Eli yelling down there, Coach.
Yeah. he's a young wrestler. He weighs 164 pounds soaking wet, and he's wrestling 182 for us. But he's always been a big guy. Always been a big guy as a youth wrestler, so he wrestles like a big guy, and he's dangerous. And he's put some upperclassmen away like that, and he's exciting to watch. We're really looking forward to his future.
There's a lot of fun. Coach, thanks for coming and talking to us.
Absolutely.
Make it a great night.
You too.
Head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Tegan Podliska, with us this evening. And again, I want to say thanks to Coach Podliska for coming up and visiting. Sure appreciate it.
Good luck.
And we'll keep you up to date, too, as we move along through the weekend. Eli, let's take one more quick break, and we'll come back and do a quick wrap-up and be done here in Red Oak this evening.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
And Eli Bells here in Red Oak this evening. It was the Red Oak Tigers Wrestling Quad here in Red Oak this evening. Red Oak, Logan-Magnolia, Riverside, and St. Albert. A quick rundown of what took place here this evening in round one. Duel one, it was Red Oak and Logan-Magnolia. Logan-Magnolia comes out on top 53-21. And it was Riverside over St. Albert 42-24. Moving on to round two, in first duel, it was Red Oak over Riverside 36-30, and Logan-Magnolia defeats St. Albert 64-15 in round number two. In round number three, Red Oak and St. Albert, and Red Oak comes out on top 40-24, and Logan-Magnolia over Riverside 53-30. And let's look at the results from the duels and the quad here in Red Oak this evening. Eli, thanks for all your fine work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Always love it. Always good time.
We'll do it again.
That's right. We'll see you here.
Aaron West and Eli Bells from Red Oak this evening. I want to say thanks to Eli for all his fine work in running the production software and calling the wrestling here this evening, and to Lori Lathrop back at our central studios for keeping things orchestrated and organized back at our central studios. That's